Hi, I'm Susie Vine with 3x Less Stress, and today I want to explore how you can choose your mood. So what I want to talk about is the opportunity that we have to recognize how we're feeling and to decide how we would like to feel. And a lot of times emotions are really heavy, they really take us up in the moment, and it can be hard to feel like we can control them. And going too far to the other end of the spectrum, when we feel an emotion that we don't want, we can try to stuff it. We can try to ignore that emotion, look for an opportunity to disregard that, to pretend it doesn't matter in some cases. In some cases, people tend to be very outspoken and that would never occur to them. But many of us in different situations and circumstances feel an emotion is not appropriate, and we might try to disregard how we're feeling in order to keep the peace. And that can be dangerous because when we don't allow our emotions to be experienced, when we don't allow them to work out, allow that emotion, the energy of that mood to remain in motion and move through us, we can store that up. That can start to lay the foundation for disease. And I'll share some more information about that in another video where I'll share about my work with flower essences and how working with emotions and bringing them back into balance can help bring up our resilience and avoid disease before it takes root. So we can also, when we're in the experience of having an emotion, it helps to recognize it. And I've got a great tool for that. I'm going to link it in the comments below. I've got a wheel, so you can look at this diagram and you can explore different emotions, names that you might have trouble putting your finger to of how you're feeling or of how you would prefer to be feeling. And so when you're feeling an emotion and you're being present with it, you're allowing that experience to be felt so that it can move through, and doing whatever helps you move that experience through you. You can go do some exercise, you can do something that helps you release energy or restore yourself, or maybe you take some meditation and just let those firing thoughts kind of diffuse so you can come back to focus. You also have the opportunity to decide how you want to feel. As you release an emotion, decide what you want to call in. And that's the beauty of the flower essences. That's why I love working with those flowers, because it really gives you the tools to examine and put intention to the mood that you're trying to cultivate. But even without working with flower essences, we can develop our vocabulary, our emotional intelligence, and recognize how we would like to be feeling. And so I invite you to explore this. Take a look at the emotion wheel that I've got linked below, and start considering what are some emotions you would like to feel more of. This is a great game if you want to take a look at it that way. It's a fun point of conversation if you're in a relationship or if you have a good friend and you share these kinds of, personal growth conversations with them. You can compare notes. It really helps to have someone to bounce ideas off of if this is new to you. Of course, this is the work that I do and love, so I would love to hear from you if you have questions or if you're interested in working with me. My information is in the comments as well, but I really invite you to take control, to empower yourself, to feel better, to feel happier, to call in higher vibration emotions so that it's easier to move through those difficult times, those circumstances that come up and cause us stress, because it's easier to go with the momentum and bring ourselves back up than it is to be working at this lower level of stress, of anger, of fatigue, of depression, and try to raise ourselves up when we interact with someone. So let me know how this goes for you. I'd love to know how it is as you start choosing your mood. Thanks for being with me today. I hope you stay healthy and well.